Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, my students. Today we will study the last part of unit digestive system. It's about the digestive system in some animals. The digestive system in some animals that we will discuss today is the digestive system of cow and also chicken. Okay, like human, animals have digestive system to break down the food into simple substance. So it has the same functions like our digestive system. The digestive system of some animals, they have the same function like our digestive system to break down the food into simple substance, to get the simple substance, untuk mendapatkan sari-sari makanan. Okay, the first digestive system that we will discuss today is the digestive system of a chicken. Okay, the digestive system of a chicken. You can open your book, page 48, the digestive system of a chicken. The first part of digestive system of a chicken is beak, paruh. What is the function? To get the food. The beak of chicken, the function to get the food. So it's different, like it is different with our mouth. If we have mouth to chew the food, untuk mengunyah, but for chicken the beak is only to get the food, hanya untuk mendapatkan makanan, to take the food. After that there is saliva too in there, ada saliva juga to moisten the food, untuk memperhalus, memperlembut makanan. After that the food will go to the gullet, kerongkongan. So the chicken have gullet too, like our digestive system. Of course, this is the tube that connect the beak to the crop. Jadi gullet di sini tube, saluran that connect the beak, menghubungkan paruh dengan crop, dengan tembolok. Okay, so the function to move food to the crop, because this is the tube that connect the beak to the crop, so the function to move food to the crop, menggerakkan makanan ke tembolok. After that the food will go to the crop. Sekarang makanannya sudah sampai di tembolok. What is the functions of the crop? This is to store the food. So the functions of the crop is a pouch like organ, dia seperti kantong ya. So it has the food stored in here. It has function to store the food. Jadi fungsinya just storing the food, menyimpan makanan. After the chicken has eaten the food, the crop will be full and bulge. Jadi dia akan menggembung. After the chicken eat the food, the crop will bulge, akan menggembung. After that the food will go to the proventriculus. This is the first part of the stomach of chicken. Jadi kalau kita punya stomach, lambung, chicken too, they have stomach. They have stomach. The stomach of the chicken consists of two part. Ada dua bagian, proventriculus and then gizzard. Jadi ada dua bagian stomach of chicken, proventriculus dan gizzard, ampela. The first part of the stomach of chicken is called proventriculus. Proventriculus apa fungsinya? And here the food is mixed with digestive juice. Jadi di proventriculus ini, di stomach bagian pertama, the food will mix with digestive juice. Jadi makanan tadi akan bercampur dengan cairan-cairan that help the digestive process, such as the enzyme ya. Jadi seperti enzim-enzim, dia bercampur dengan makanan di proventriculus. This is the first part of stomach of chicken. After that, this is the important part. The food will come to the gizzard. This is the second part of stomach. Jadi bagian yang kedua dari lambung of chicken is called gizzard. What is the function? To grind the food into smaller particle. Jadi fungsinya dia menghaluskan. So this is the parts of the digestive system of chicken that has function to grind the food into smaller pieces. Jadi makanan di sini dihancurkan. Why? Because in gizzard there is the sand or pebbles. Jadi di dalam gizzard ini ada kerikil-kerikil dan pasir that has function to grind the food into smaller pieces, into smaller particle. Jadi lebih kecil. Di gizzard ini ada sand or pebbles that has function to grind the food. After that, the food that have small, ya, yang sudah kecil, it will go to the small intestine, usus halus. Okay, in here more digestive juice produced, and of course this is the end of the digestion of chicken. Jadi in small intestine the digestive juice produce, jadi lebih banyak lagi digestive juice yang dihasilkan, and digestive food absorb in the bloodstream here. Jadi sudah diserap. So we got the simple substance in the small intestines. Jadi sudah didapat simple substance. If the food absorb in the bloodstream here, jadi kan ceritanya di sini makanannya sudah diserap in the bloodstream, di aliran darah. So it's mean the digestion process have finished here. Jadi sudah selesai, proses pencernaannya sudah selesai di sini. We got the simple substance in the small intestine because here the food absorb in the bloodstream. Berarti sudah selesai. We got the simple substance in the small intestine. The digestion process ends in the small intestine. So the left we get the undigested food. Jadi yang tersisa sekarang cuma undigested food, makanan yang tidak bisa dicerna. The simple substance are absorbed, sudah diserap in the bloodstream. Now we talk about the undigested food. Okay, look at this, the large intestine. After that, the undigested food, makanan yang tidak dicerna, will go to the large intestine. The water is absorbed here. Seperti biasa, sama dengan our large intestine to absorb the water. Okay, from undigested food, and then there is cecum, ada usus buntu di sini. There is bacteria here that help to break down undigested food. So undigested ini masih dihancurkan lagi by bacteria in the cecum. What for, teacher? Of course, this is to help the undigested to move the undigested food pass out from our body, membantu mengeluarkan, ya. After that, the last part is cloaca. Cloaca in bahasa. Cloaca is an opening to pass out the waste and urine. Jadi the undigested food will pass out from the chicken body to the cloaca with the urine. Jadi nanti keluarnya bersama urin lewat cloaca. So this is has same function like our anus, seperti anus, ya, pada manusia. This is an opening to pass out the waste and urine. So this is the digestive system of a chicken. Then we continue to the digestive system of a cow. Okay, I eat only plant. Cow said that it eats only plant. The plant contains cellulose which has to be broken before it can be used. Jadi makanan yang dimakan oleh cow ini mengandung selulosa yang harus dihancurkan sebelum dipakai. And then the difference of the digestive system of a cow and human and also a chicken, they have 4 pouch in the stomach. They have 4 pouch in their stomach. Mereka punya 4 kantong dalam stomachnya. If human have only 1 stomach, if chicken they have 2 part of stomach, proventriculus and also gizzard. If cow they have 4 pouch in their stomach. Jadi mereka punya 4 kantong dalam lambungnya. Lambungnya dibagi 4 bagian. Okay, now let's see the digestive system of a cow. Okay, you can open your book page 50. Okay, the first part is the mouth. In the mouth there is saliva that moists the food. So this is easier, the food easier to be swallowed. After that, same with human and also chicken, there is gullet. Muscular tube, we know that the gullet is a muscular tube. Kerongkongan itu muscles, yeah, so it helps the food to move, to pass down the food into the first part of stomach of the cow. Jadi the gullet connect the mouth to the stomach of the cow. After that, the food will go to the pouch 1 and 2 of the stomach. Jadi kita lanjutkan makanan sekarang menuju from the gullet, they go to the first part and the second part of the stomach of the cow. Okay, in here, what happened here? In the first and second part of stomach there is microorganism. Jadi di sini ada mikroorganisme that break down the cellulose in the food. We know that cellulose cannot be used before it is processed. So in the first and second parts there is microorganism that break the cellulose in the foods of the cow. The process we call fermentation. Jadi prosesnya namanya fermentasi. They break down the food by using microorganism. They break down the cellulose in the food by using microorganism. We call the process is fermentation. This is happen in the first and second parts of the stomach of the cow. After that, look at it. Okay, the first and second part of stomach of the cow, some of the product of fermentation. So the cellulose have broken down. Sekarang ceritanya selulosenya sudah di broken down, sudah dihancurkan. The fermentation process have finished. After that, what happened? Some of the product of fermentation are absorbed through the wall. Jadi ada yang diserap, the product of fermentations. Some of it come up from the pouch 1 and the second pouch, ya. Jadi ada sebagian yang absorb through the wall, ada sebagian yang carve up, yang dibatukkan. Jadi the digestive system partially sebagian carved up by the cow from the pouch 1 and 2 before chewing it completely and swallowing it again. Jadi some of the product of fermentation absorb, some of it carved up, jadi dikembalikan lagi ke mulut. After that it chewing completely, dikunyah lagi, and then swallowing it again, dimasukkan lagi ke dalam mulut, ya. Jadi dimasukkan lagi ke gullet and then first pouch, like that. Sometimes we say this is the process of memamah biak. Jadi after the food come to the pouch 1 and 2, the cellulose broken down by microorganism in the first and second pouch. After that, the product of fermentation, some of it absorb, diserap, some of it carved out, jadi dibatukan lagi by the cow. After that, the cow chewing it completely, dikunyah lagi, and swallowing it again, ditelan lagi. Proses memamah biak. This is that happen to the first and second pouch. Jadi mengunyah dan menelan lagi after the fermentation process have finished. The product, some of product are absorbed, some of it carved up by the cow, and then chew again and then swallow again. Dikunyah, ditelan lagi. After that, we continue. The food will go to the third and fourth pouch of stomach. Kantong 3 dan kantong 4 dari lambung of cow. Okay. The digestive juice are produced to further digest the food. Jadi di sini ada digestive juice that help the digestive process, and then the food are digest, dicerna lagi makanannya, and then the next, then the food that have mixed with digestive juice will go to the small intestine. Okay, look at this. In here, the food is absorbed into the bloodstream. Kalau sudah ada kata-kata food is absorbed into the bloodstream, sudah diserap oleh peredaran darah. So it's mean the digestion process ends here. Sudah selesai. Digestion is completed here. Sudah selesai di sini. Why? We have got the simple substance. When we got the simple substance, it's mean the digested food is absorbed into bloodstream. Kalau sudah dapat simple substance, sari-sari makanan, berarti diserap di peredaran darah. So after it is absorbed, the digested food, so we continue to undigested food. Kita lanjutkan pada makanan yang tidak dicerna, of course. Okay, in here dari cecum, sama dengan chicken, ada cecumnya juga, usus buntu. The food is mixed with substance called mucus. The food is mixed with a substance called mucus. Jadi di sini ada di undigested food akan bercampur dengan mucus, lendir. Water and mineral also absorb here. Jadi water and mineral are absorbed here. Sama seperti kita, waternya diserap, and then in here the food is mixed with a substance called mucus, bercampur dengan lendir. After that, okay, there is large intestine. Usus besar, the excess water is absorbed, sama dengan kita, kelebihan air diserap di large intestine. And then the last, they have anus. Like the human, they have anus. For chicken, they have cloaca. Human and cow, same, they have anus. The remaining waste leave the cow's body through the anus. So this is the opening for pass out the waste of cow. Jadi sisa-sisa tadi, sisa-sisa the undigested food that are mixed with the mucus in the cecum, jadi sudah bercampur dengan lendir, and then the excess water is absorbed in the large intestine, kelebihan airnya sudah diserap. After that it will pass out from the anus, keluarnya lewat anus. Okay, that's all for the digestive system of cow and also chicken. We have finished discuss about the digestive system of human and also animal. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.